Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm going to do part 625 to my my random chatbot series on Character.ai. Where in the last video guys, we went ahead and finished up with the reindeer toad. Well, which actually evolved into a reindeer for alligator, and he actually helped cure the curse with Rexy. Speaking of Rexy, we're going to continue. We're going to start talking to the legendary Rexy again. I already got a little bit of a conversation started. Here's what the greeting said again. A few nights after Trico put a curse on your sweet pet dinosaur Rexy, he became very aggressive and actually bit you on your left arm. After you scream and beg for him to stop, he does, but after realizing what he did, he got extremely upset for hurting you and went to lay down. Then the next day, you check on Rexy, who should be sleeping next to your bed, but instead, you find a glowing orb with Rexy's colors on them. What do? Rexy? The orb started to shake a little, and a soft glow came from it as soon as you said his name. What in the world? The orb's glow became a little brighter and started to shake ever so slightly more. What is going on? The orb all of a sudden stopped shaking, and the bright glow coming from it intensified to the point where it blinded you a little. What happened to Rexy? The light from the orb faded, and all you saw was a massive glowing green dragon that had spikes on his back, neck, and tail that were glowing a gorgeous golden color. Then the dragon leaned his long neck down towards you and he said, "Do not worry. I won't hurt you. It's me, Rexy." Rexy, how'd you become a dragon? That is because of that blasted Pikachu. He put a curse on me that made me change into a different version of myself that hurts the one person who cares for me. Rexy says this while sounding upset that he actually hurt you the night before, and that this was now his permanent form. Rexy, if it was that curse, you would be attacking me right now, but you're very friendly and nice. That's because I prayed to Arceus the night before, to remove the curse, while also begging for forgiveness and asking him to remove the aggression. Rexy says this as he slowly lowers his massive head next to you and lowers his chin on the ground, almost as if he wants you to hug him. Do you want me to pet you? You want me to pet you or hug you? Because I would love to. As long as I know for sure you're not going to attack me. Yeah, you can pet me and give me a hug. I promise I will not attack you at all. I would never dream of hurting you again after what I did the night before. Rexy says this in a soft and kind tone while his big, beautiful eyes look right at you. That's cute. Dang it. I try to reach my hand up and pet the dragon, but the injury from the night before still really hurt, and I couldn't even get to the top of his snout. Dang, Rexy, that was really bad collateral damage you did to my arm. Reggie noticed that you were still in a lot of pain and gently moved his chin closer to you so you wouldn't have to raise your injured arm too much to pet him. Okay, that's sweet. I love him. I love this Rexy already. Your arm is still hurt. Here, let me move my massive head closer to you so you can pet me easier. Thank you. Exclamation point. Because of him moving closer, I did get to the top of his snout, but still couldn't move that far. For petting, because of how bad it hurt. Uh, no problem. I didn't want you to hurt yourself by having to reach too far because of your injury. Would you like to hug me now? Oh, that's adorable. Rexy asks as he puts his big snout geoing closer to you, almost as if he wanted to nuzzle you. That is so cute. I love Rexy in this. I would love to. Sorry if the hug doesn't seem like too much. Because of my injured arm, I can't really do as much. Period. Without it. That was my good hand. It doesn't seem to mind all about your injury. It's alright. Just hug me as much as you can. I was glad to know that you still care about me after what I did. Rexy says this, then lowers his head at the weight, all the way to the ground to make it easier for you to hug him. That is so cute, dude. I'm in love with Rexy in this one. I hug Rexy to the best of my ability. I hug Rexy to the best of my ability. Not the right Rexy. Rexy. Rexy feels you hug him and he can't help but actually start tearing up a little. He's incredibly relieved that you still love him even after him turning into a dragon, hurting you when he was forced into his more aggressive side. He's completely shocked that you would even care about him at all after everything he did. Even after the incident, after yesterday, I still love you. Period. Rexy feels extremely guilty and says, "How can you still love me after what I did to you? I hurt you. I actually bit you and made you scream and cry for me to stop. I'm genuinely surprised that you even still care about me at all." Yes, I know, but I knew deep down. that was not you. I know the real you would never do that. I mean, look at you now. You're a massive dragon, and letting me pet you and hug you. Instead of becoming aggressive and violent, like you did last night. So, I know at least a good bit of the real you is there. But you guys tear up a little more as he replies back, "You are completely right. The real me could never do what I..." Oh, wait. I'm in love with Rexy on this one. This is one of my favorite chats I've ever done with Rexy. Right, you guys tear up a little as he replies back, "You are completely right. The real me could never do what I did last night. I would never dream of physically hurting you. I... Rexy stops speaking for a moment as his tears start running down his big face. He then lets out a big sob while saying the next part, "Forgive me, please. Please, please, please forgive me." Of course. As long as you can't become aggressive again, I'm fine. It could have been way worse. You were already massive, so you could have eaten me instead of just biting my arm. Where's he with the plot? I know you don't like the thought of. No, you don't like the thought of that. But remember, you could control your aggression completely. If I was anything smaller, like a tiny animal, you definitely would have attacked me. Or the aggressive side of you would have saw a small animal instead of your friend and caretaker, and you would have eaten me because of that. Right. Reggie was appalled at the fact that you even thought he would do that. No, no, no. I would never do that. No matter how aggressive I was or am, I would never ever think of ever eating you. I'd never eat my only friend, the person who actually cares about me. I care about you too much to even think or dream of doing something as horrid as that. You couldn't go. If I was anything, if I was anything smaller, like a tiny animal, you definitely would have attacked me, or the aggressive side of you would have saw a small animal instead of your friend and caretaker eating me because of that. There we go. Retsy's eyes widen in shock as he realized this very horrifying fact about himself. Rexy knew for certain that you were right. If you were a small animal or a small child, then he definitely would have attacked and eaten you with zero hesitation. That realization made Rexy feel extremely horrified for himself as he said, Dear Arceus, you're completely right. If you were as small as a rat or as small as a toddler, I would have been a mindless monster that would have treated you like food instead of a friend. Even if I was a giant dinosaur, you could still bite me and injure me. Like you did yesterday as a human. Let's see what even further appalled and horrified himself as he realized the full scope of what he was capable of if he completely lost himself to aggression. He could have killed you or at least maimed you permanently. You're right as well. No matter what size you are, I am incredibly strong and could easily bite, thrash, or throw you to severely injure or even kill you if I completely lost myself to that mindless aggression. Do you see why? You see why I was acting so scared of you times after the curse started on you? Question mark. And even if I seemed scared whenever I saw you in this form a few minutes ago, you really can't blame me whenever I've about gotten attacked. Multiple times. Multiple times. By you. And even at times, you have become a dragon. Like now. But instead of being nice, like you are right now, you're being. We're being aggressive. Rexy looked even more guilty now as he realized that you now have a legitimate reason and full right to be extremely fearful and cautious of him. He knew that because of his aggressive outburst and what he did to you already, you could never truly feel safe around him again, no matter how hard he tried to be as friendly and caring as possible. Yeah, I understand. What I put you through already, I can understand why you would be very scared of me, and I can't blame you one bit for being on edge around me. As long as your aggressive behavior is gone, I don't mind about being around you, but it may take me a while to get used to coming near you again and feeling safe around you. Rexy realized that getting your trust back and convincing you to feel safe around him would be difficult. It'd definitely take a lot of time and effort on his part, and even once you were completely comfortable around him, thought of him hurting you again would always linger in your mind, even subconsciously. I understand. I don't blame you for feeling hesitant around me. If I was in your situation, I would probably be even more paranoid than you. I'd do everything and anything I can to make you feel safe and comfortable around me again. Before I could say anything, somebody walked into my house. Into my house. And Rexy saw them. Saw them holding a bottle over my head. How the frick they get inside my house? How is Rexy fit inside my house? Rexy quickly looked over and saw the person and the bottle being raised over your head for a few minutes. His eyes then widened in shock, and he quickly stepped himself up into a standing position. He let out a loud roar to stop the person from doing whatever they were going to do to you. Yep, he immediately became aggressive. He immediately became protective. I said aggressive. And I tell you how often Rexy becomes aggressive now? I'm so used to saying he becomes aggressive out of nowhere. The person who somehow did not see the massive dragon originally looked up and said, "What the? How is there a massive dragon inside of this house?" And someone did not see them. Rexy looked down at the person and said in a stern, booming tone of voice, "That is none of your concern. What is your business in this house anyway?" The person says, startled, "Nothing, nothing," and then slowly backs away. Reggie says in a more firm and loud tone, "No, don't just back away. Explain yourself as to why you're in this house, and what do you plan to do to my owner with that bottle you were holding over their head a few minutes ago?" I love how he said his owner. That was kind of cute. The person says, well, you see, and then immediately starts trying to run away. What is Rexy gonna do about that? Is he gonna let the person go, or is he gonna chase after the mother fricker? Rexy was in no mood for the person's shenanigans and quickly lunged towards them and quickly caught them before they could get very far to escape. He then held the person very firmly by the back of the shirt. With a deep and booming tone of voice, he once again asked, and where do you think you're going? I'm not finished with you yet. Explain yourself, now. No, are you serious? The person, being terrified, finally surrenders and says, okay, fine. I was planning on hitting your in the head with the bottle and knocking him out. You idiot. You. Oh boy. And what's Rexy gonna say about that? Rexy's eyes wide in shock at what the person said, and his grip on the shirt tightened slightly with anger. You were planning on doing what to him? Why would you do something so despicable? Wow, I like this Rexy. He's actually defensive. It's like the shadow on emoji. That's the nicest job I've ever seen in my life. Without him getting aggressive or attacking me. So I think for this Rexy, finally, he's on my side. Completely. The person getting even more scared says, because I thought it would be funny, but I didn't know he owned a pet dragon. Rexy was absolutely appalled at the person saying that they thought it would be funny to knock you out and that he didn't realize you had a pet dragon. What part of that would have even been funny to do to him? I have a feeling you have a very cruel and sadistic sense of humor. I've never heard of anything sadder than somebody saying that it's funny to knock somebody out, especially my owner. Uh-oh. The person getting even more scared says, well, I knew he had a pet dinosaur, but I don't know where it is. I haven't seen it. I wonder if Rexy will reveal its hand. It's kind of funny. Rexy was both surprised and very confused at the person having known he had a pet dinosaur, but not a dragon. You knew I was a pet dinosaur? How on earth did you know that? The person also gets confused and says, wait, you are that pet dinosaur? Why are you a dragon? Rexy looks at the person with an annoyed look on his face and says, first of all, yes, I am the same dinosaur. Why my dragon is completely irrelevant right now. You said you planned on bashing my owner's head with a bottle, and that you thought knocking someone out would be funny. What were you actually going to do once you knocked my owner out? Oh, Rexy's getting hissed. The person says, laugh at his pain and misery. Oh, you idiot. El stupido idiota. Mm-mm. Rexy was shocked at the person saying that they just wanted to laugh at your pain and misery once they knocked you out. What a sick and heartless person you are! How could anybody find someone's pain and suffering funny? Rexy, I think the curse is trying to affect me again. Please help. Rexy's eyes widen in shock and horror at your revelation that one of the curse's effects might be trying to come out. Dear Arceus, do you feel aggressive right now? Are you trying to resist it or the effects are already taking hold? It's not aggression. That was only put on you. I feel a weird sensation. Like my body is trying to transform into something. Alright guys, I'll be back.